Dance is hugely prominent in our lives here, in school CCAs, the streets, competitions, and community center activities. However, in Singapore, this usually ends at just an expression of art. With the art scene tiny and opportunities scarce, dance as a career here isn't the most prolific choice. Today we discuss this with a professional, Aiden, and his position as a dancer here in the Lion City.
Hi, my name is Aiden. I'm a dance and fitness coach. In a deeper level, I'm actually have a passion for helping people to improve their psychomotor skills, their posture, and also things that they want to get stronger on. My specialty is in contemporary dance. But because I study in Taiwan, so I'm being influenced by a lot of other genres like Chinese opera, some of the martial arts, modern dance, a lot more other influence.
For someone who's not very sure of the dance, right? How do you differentiate contemporary and ballet?
The first look is the form, because ballet is very structured and in a way is very rigid. So in a more artistic expression, it is trying to find freedom in its structure and rigidity. For contemporary dance, basically to me is about the time of now. It's a mindset, so it encompasses everything. It could also be hip-hop added into the contemporary dance, it could also be jazz, it could also be ballet. I started when I was in secondary school, when I was much younger and I was given a chance to experience dance. And of course, because of certain reasons, I have to join a club, right? And then I feel that having to learn ballet or having to learn modern dance is actually makes an individual very unique and different. I have always been wanting to be the special one, but of course because of my lack of confidence, self-esteem, I have always been trying to find ways to stand out among the crowd. In Taiwan, all of them think about is more or less on the materialistic stuff because the standard of living is really, really low. So what they do is actually they just want to enjoy their life, the scenery, and of course to really dedicate themselves to do that one craft that they matter the most to them. They start really young and then they just want to just fall in love with what they do and then they just go for it.
So it's like their life culture is reflected into their art and their craft.
Correct. In the Taiwan culture, because they still farm rice and all that. So some of the dance movements, you see some of the movements being input or being crafted into the choreography. Yeah. So how they live their life and how the view of their life and the mindset, right, is being reflected in the dance work that they perform. Yeah, so it's very, very interesting. Hi Sully, hi Jess, hi Mel. Good to see you. Can you hear me loud and clear? What I really want to do is to use contemporary dance to let people experience contemporary dance, but in a form of fitness way where it will not somehow scare them away, because people always scared of going for dance class because of coordination and music. But as a coach, how am I able to introduce my core and what I'm passionate about, but using the form of fitness and my knowledge to bring that in. So it's always for me to bridge that in and then to let people understand, oh, actually there's some things like this, and also contemporary dance can actually help you to be fitter. When I was in school, right, I already know I'm an educator. I'm more on the education side. After doing all my personality tests and going through all that, right? Okay, I'm not saying that I really totally believe in that, but because I'm a learner, so I take down every notes that the teacher always said, right? All those mind-blown moments, I will write it down, because to me, I may not understand now, but maybe 10 years down the road, right? I may know what they are saying and I can shortcut my success. So whenever I teach a class, right, I want to share all this to the people, to shorten their process, to make sure that they get success faster or to achieve something better. So I've always wanted to be an educator. Yes, soften your fingers. Soften your fingers. Yes, chin and your hands parallel. Actually, at the end of the day, it's really about them. It's not about you. Yeah, the whole experience. From how you greet them to how you end class, to a lot of things. You always need to be the best. Because if not, you're easily replaceable. People will just
anyone.
Yeah, because instructor there are so many, right? So it's quite scary.
Do you use TikTok?
Yeah, I use TikTok.
It's a very trendy social media platform, right? Everyone sort of copy each other. So you as a creative who always come up with new choreography, what do you think about people who just reuse people's dances and dance on their own?
Uh, I think I should encourage that.
Oh, you should encourage that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm surprised. Okay.
The first point of learning a dance is through mimicking and copying. So these people are just starting out in their journey. You might not know whether they will reach further, and then their potential might just like explode. And second thing is like everything they put online, right? There's no copyright issue. Yeah. So basically people can take and learn lah. Okay, now I learn from people, and then now I create. People learn. I have friends who have a lot of followers. TikTok is the one that pays him the money.
Wow.
Then that one is very, very different ma. Yeah. I cannot say like, hey, you waste your time. You know, right? People's like, I'm earning more than you, like, right? Why am I wasting my time? Yeah.
Advice for you. Ju actually wants to learn this certain particular dance. Your challenge is to learn it and then teach her.
Why not? She learn it and teach me. Wouldn't it be faster? I think that would be more interesting.
But you're the teacher, so we'll see how long you'll take to learn.
Mm.
And then we'll see how fast you can get her to master it.
Okay, can. I see you teach her, right?
Yeah. You done already?
Yeah.
Wow, that is only 7 minutes.
It's quite tough to be an artist and trying to find your ways to sustain. Yeah, because of how the environment is built. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think we really want to create, then we just create. Yeah. But many of these projects or things that you do on an artistic level might not have some sort of income lah, which we always have to, as an artist, I think, unless it's your full-time job, you are being full-time employed, but specifically being a freelancer and self-employed like me, then I need to find other revenues to cover and then to make sure that I continue to have money to do something else that I like. So that's always the challenge, but I think it's possible.
Everyone knows the art scene in Singapore is not very strong. So you as a professional in your field, what's your take on it?
The focus is not really much there. But of course everyone is doing their part, like especially the companies or even the National Arts Council. But it takes a longer time to actually grow. So it actually takes a lot of people that go abroad to come back and to contribute. Like for me is I see myself as someone that if I really want to be a dancer professionally, right, I want to do it overseas. Yeah. So the moment I'm being placed back here, right, in Singapore, right, I don't even want to be a professional dancer anymore. Yeah, because my idea is always to bring something valuable from overseas and back.
Yeah, let's go.
Hi student. Okay, so first step, easy. So we're gonna just hop and 2 and 3, 4. So you go 1, 2, father hooray.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we need to come in also.
You mentioned that you picked up contemporary dance and ballet in secondary school. Obviously, it's not the cool kind of dance, like hip hop, right? When you're younger, you thought all that's cool, but you picked up contemporary and ballet instead. Do you face any discrimination?
Sad to say, people will always think that people who dance ballet when you're a guy, that they will always tag you with a name like you're a gay, right? Which is a very natural thing that people will see, because they see more ladies than guys in the ballet world. But in fact, if you will go to overseas, like again, I think when you travel a lot and when you see a lot and when you experience arts, then you realize there are a lot of guys out there who are doing also like ballet and doing very well, and they are all straight. So to me, it's really not about the art form, but about the person. So whether you want to choose to be gay or not, it's the person's decision. Like whether they want to love another person, whether is it the same sex or not, it's another person's choice. So I think everybody should be given the freedom to choose what they want. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with the art form, but definitely a decision made by the person itself. For me, I'm straight lah. I mean, discrimination comes in all form, I guess. You can like just a look from your eyes or just like really say out. But actually, in fact, to me, I feel like every one of us, including you and me, right, has some form of feminine side.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, right? So it's just what's the percentage of it? Yeah, so even in dance, right, we always have moments where we are very strong and when we are very soft. In life, right, we need to feel the most extreme. Let's say, for example, very rich and then very poor. Then you know what is the difference, right? then you have range. So from 0 to 100, you have a range. But imagine you are at the middle-aged income. You neither experience the poor, the rich. Your perspective is just like stuck in the middle because you have no experience of the front and the back. So for me, I feel like in dance, right, we are always here. You want me to be very feminine, I could be. You want me to be very strong, I could be.
Those days made me who I am. When we were younger, we were never running out of time. As long as we had each other, everything was black and white. Driving in a car, never knowing how far we come. When we were younger, oh, when we were younger.
First of all, exposure is very important. As much as possible, try to expose yourself to different groups. I'm sure there are still a lot of professional groups out there that take in people who really want to learn and hone their skills now. And then second thing is, once you have the skill set and you have the knowledge, then you must know where you want to position yourself and how people see you. Yeah, so you need to start making decisions in your life. For the start, it's really hard because some of them might not even have experience or credential. But then again, through experience, then you need to make sure that you filter out the things that are less important. So you want to make sure that you do whatever it takes, that when you invest the time and put in the time in, you can reap the maximum result. And then once you are there, then just be genuine with what you do because people can see your passion. Right now that I'm in the education line, right, I love to teach, right? It's not because I have no more option, therefore I go to teach. It's because I choose and I make the decision that I want to teach.
Okay, ready? And... Oh my gosh, are you okay?
I'm just like, oh, 痛死了。